Are you feeling tired all the time, even after a full night's sleep? Has your energy plummeted, leaving you dragging through the day? Perhaps you've noticed unexplained weight gain that just won't budge, or a dull ache in your right side you can't quite pinpoint. If these symptoms resonate with you, your body might be sending silent distress signals, pointing to a health issue affecting millions of men worldwide, an issue many are completely unaware they have. This isn't just a few extra pounds or normal aging. This is fatty liver disease, a silent threat that can severely impact your long-term health if left unaddressed. I'm Dr. Michael, a men's health specialist with over 3 decades of experience helping men over 60 reclaim the energy, vitality, and overall health they thought were gone for good. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. Many men aren't lacking the desire for a healthy, active life. They're battling an internal imbalance that cripples vital bodily functions. In most cases, the solution doesn't start in a pharmacy, it starts in your kitchen. Today, I'll reveal exactly why fatty liver affects men over 60, what its subtle warning signs are that you should never ignore, and most importantly, the simple, natural strategies you can start implementing today to reverse its course and protect your liver. We'll journey together through crucial insights, uncovering how simple dietary choices can revitalize your body, boost your energy, and dramatically improve your overall well-being in ways you never imagined. Stick with me, because in just a moment, I'll also expose the most dangerous mistake men make when trying to address fatty liver, and how to avoid it starting tonight. Before we dive into this vital information, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another crucial health tip designed specifically for men over 60 on the SeniCure channel. And if this message resonates with you, type yes in the comments. If it doesn't, type no and let me know how I can make this content even more helpful for you. All right, let's get straight to it, starting with the first and most common culprit behind fatty liver in men over 60. It's something intricately linked to what we eat every single day, yet it's often misunderstood. It's not just about fat, it's about hidden sugars. 1. Hidden sugars, the liver's silent enemy. I still remember the first time I sat across from a 67-year-old man named Paul. He was a retired accountant, sharp and meticulous in every aspect of his life, except perhaps his diet. "Doc," he told me, "I don't drink alcohol, I rarely eat fast food, but my energy is always low, and my doctor just told me I have fatty liver. How can this be?" That quiet confusion is one I've heard from hundreds of men over the years. More often than not, the starting point to understanding fatty liver isn't alcohol or even visible fat, but rather hidden sugars in our everyday diet. When we hear fatty liver, we naturally think of fat. But the real villain, especially in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, is often sugar, specifically fructose. Your liver is the only organ that can metabolize fructose in large amounts. When you consume too much added sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup found in sodas, processed snacks, and even seemingly healthy fruit juices, your liver becomes overloaded. It tries to process this excess sugar, and what it can't use for immediate energy, it converts directly into fat. This fat then accumulates in your liver cells, leading to inflammation and damage over time. Over 30% of adults in developed countries are estimated to have NAFLD, and the numbers are even higher for men over 60. I'm talking about good men who exercise, try to eat decently, and still find themselves asking, "Why don't I feel like myself anymore?" When your liver gets bogged down with fat, its ability to perform its over 500 vital functions, from detoxifying your body to regulating cholesterol and supporting hormone balance, starts to decline. You feel sluggish, your metabolism slows down, and your overall vitality suffers. It's not just about the liver, it's about your energy, metabolic health, and even your mood. The good news is that tackling this doesn't require drastic, unsustainable changes. It starts with awareness. Cutting out sugary drinks, reading food labels to identify hidden sugars like high fructose corn syrup, and reducing processed foods can radically shift how your liver performs. I've seen patients who were chronically tired and struggled with weight suddenly feel a surge of energy and start shedding stubborn pounds, all from simply reducing their sugar intake. This isn't theory. This is how your body's chemistry responds, and it's one of the simplest ways to reclaim your health. But as powerful as managing sugar is, it only goes so far, because even if your liver is getting a break from sugar, it still needs key nutrients to repair itself, reduce inflammation, and function optimally. That's where our next crucial step comes in. If you've ever felt that persistent fatigue, it might just be the key to unlocking the vitality you've been missing. Let's talk about that next. 2. Nutrient powerhouses: choline, inositol, and betaine. A few years ago, I had a patient named Robert. He was 72, a retired firefighter, and a proud grandfather. But beneath his strong exterior, he looked perpetually worn out. "Doc," he told me, "I sleep 8 hours, I eat my meals, but I still feel like I'm dragging through the day. My brain's foggy, my body's tired, and I just feel heavy." His story stuck with me because it was so common and so often missed. What Robert was describing was a classic sign of a struggling liver, often compounded by a deficiency in specific lipotropic nutrients, compounds that help the liver process fats. I'm talking about choline, inositol, and betaine. These unsung heroes are crucial to liver health and overall energy production. Without them, your liver can't properly metabolize fats no matter how well you eat or how much you avoid sugar. Choline is essential for transporting fat out of the liver. Without enough choline, fat gets trapped in the liver cells, contributing to fatty liver disease. It also plays a key role in brain function and nerve signaling. When choline is lacking, everything slows down. Your mental clarity dulls, your energy fades, and you might feel disconnected from the very things that used to excite you. Inositol, often considered a B vitamin-like compound, works synergistically with choline to process fats and also impacts insulin sensitivity, which is often compromised in fatty liver. And betaine, also known as trimethylglycine or TGM, aids in liver detoxification processes and helps reduce inflammation, which is always present in a fatty liver. The catch is, as you age, your body's ability to produce or absorb these nutrients may decline, even if you're eating a seemingly healthy diet. That's why so many older men feel tired, heavy, or mentally foggy, even when all their basic health markers look fine on paper. The solution can be surprisingly simple: increasing your intake of these nutrients through dietary sources and, in some cases, quality supplementation. Eggs, liver, soybeans, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts are rich in choline. Whole grains, citrus fruits, and nuts provide inositol. Spinach, beets, and quinoa are excellent sources of betaine. I've seen men go from dozing off in the afternoon to hiking, laughing, and being fully present with their loved ones, all from correcting deficiencies they never knew they had. But these nutrients aren't the whole picture. Your liver also needs protection, something that reduces oxidative stress, fights inflammation, and supports its incredible regenerative capacity. That's where our third crucial element comes in. It's often called the master antioxidant, but its impact reaches beyond just protecting your cells. In fact, without it, your liver's healing process may already be slipping. Let's take a closer look. 3. Glutathione, the liver's master protector. I remember speaking with James, a 70-year-old retired pilot who came to my clinic feeling frustrated and confused. "Doc," he told me, "I've cut out all the bad stuff. I'm eating healthy, but I still don't feel like my old self. My doctor said my liver numbers are still a bit off." That hit me hard because James wasn't lazy or careless. He was disciplined, proud, and committed to his health. But he was missing something that even most doctors rarely talk about: glutathione. Glutathione isn't just an antioxidant, it's considered the master antioxidant in your body, with the highest concentrations found in your liver. It's absolutely critical for detoxification, neutralizing harmful free radicals, and reducing the oxidative stress and inflammation that silently damage your liver cells as you age. When inflammation builds up, your liver struggles to regenerate, its functions weaken, and your energy crashes. It's not instant, but it's constant, and without realizing it, men like James begin to lose their edge. What makes glutathione so important for fatty liver is its ability to directly combat the cellular damage caused by fat accumulation. It helps your liver repair itself and boosts its natural detox pathways. But that's not all. Sufficient glutathione levels also support your overall immune system, mental clarity, and even your sleep quality. Low glutathione doesn't just affect the liver, it impacts your mood, motivation.
4. The synergy effect. Why this approach works better together. Years ago, I had a patient named Walter. He was 68, a retired high school coach who had always prided himself on staying active and mentally sharp. He'd been trying to eat healthy for a while, but it wasn't until he understood the combined power of reducing hidden sugars, adding choline, inositol, and betaine, and boosting his glutathione that something truly clicked. I remember him coming into my office one afternoon, grinning ear to ear and saying, "Doc, I don't know what you did, but I feel like I've got a new engine." That's the power of synergy. These elements don't just work independently, they support and amplify each other. Reducing hidden sugars lessens the burden on your liver, preventing it from constantly converting excess sugar into fat. Choline, inositol, and betaine then step in to efficiently process the fats that are already there and prevent new accumulation, ensuring proper liver function. And glutathione acts as the ultimate cleanup crew, neutralizing toxins, fighting inflammation, and accelerating the liver's natural healing and regeneration. Together, they create what I call the liver vitality triangle: reduced fat burden, enhanced fat metabolism, and powerful cellular protection, all working in harmony. This is especially important as you age because your body doesn't bounce back the way it used to. Liver regeneration slows, inflammation builds, and recovery takes longer. One missing piece can throw everything off. But when you bring these three elements together in balance, your body starts to remember how it used to feel. You may find yourself waking up more rested, feeling clearer in your thoughts, with sustained energy throughout the day. Not just physically, but emotionally too. A sense of confidence returns, and that's something no prescription can manufacture. Walter wasn't an exception. I've seen the same transformation in countless men who take these dietary and lifestyle changes seriously and build them into their daily routine. But here's the thing, most men never see these benefits. Why? Because they're unknowingly making a common mistake that cancels out the very progress they're trying to make. And if you're not careful, you might be doing it too. Let's talk about what that mistake is and how to fix it. 5. The one mistake most men make. One morning, a man named Gerald walked into my office. He was 74, thoughtful, well-read, and clearly trying his best to take control of his health. He pulled out a crumpled list of liver-friendly foods he'd been trying to eat and said, "Doc, I've been eating these for months, but I still feel tired, my belly fat isn't going away, and honestly, nothing's improving with my liver numbers." I could hear the disappointment in his voice, and I've heard it far too many times before. The biggest mistake men make, especially over 60, is assuming that just adding healthy foods is enough. Or worse, buying cheap generic supplements thinking all vitamins are the same. But they're not. The form, quality, and consistency of your approach determine whether your liver actually responds and heals or whether you're just going through the motions. Take diet, for example. Simply adding some broccoli to your meal isn't enough if you're still consuming sugary drinks or highly processed snacks. The hidden sugars are often the most insidious. You might think you're eating healthy, but be unknowingly consuming large amounts of fructose from sauces, condiments, or low-fat processed foods. This means your liver is still under constant assault, negating any positive efforts. Another crucial mistake: inconsistency. Implementing these changes once or twice a week when you remember isn't going to create lasting change. Your body, especially your liver, thrives on rhythm and consistent support to rebuild, detoxify, and regain its optimal function. This is about creating a daily foundation, not chasing a quick fix. When Gerald made the switch to a truly low-sugar diet, focused on whole, unprocessed foods, and started incorporating specific sources of choline, inositol, and betaine and glutathione precursors consistently, the difference was dramatic. Within a month, he told me he was sleeping better, waking up more energized, and feeling lighter and clearer. That change didn't come from trying harder. It came from doing it right. Now that you know what works and what to avoid, the next step is putting it all together. You might be wondering, how do I actually make this part of my day without it becoming complicated? That's exactly what we'll cover next. A simple, realistic routine any man can follow to support liver health, energy, and vitality every single day. Let's build your plan. 6. Your daily liver vitality routine. When I work with older men, one of the first things they ask me, often with a mix of hope and hesitation, is, "Doc, just tell me what to do each day. I don't need complicated, I just need something that works." That's a question I respect deeply, because at this stage of life, most men aren't looking for fads or gimmicks. They want consistency, simplicity, a plan that helps them feel strong again. So, let me tell you about Frank, a 66-year-old former carpenter who came to me after months of struggling with low energy, poor sleep, and a fading sense of well-being due to liver concerns. We didn't overhaul his life. We built a basic, powerful routine around the principles we've been talking about, and it changed everything. Each morning, Frank would start his day with a large glass of water with a squeeze of lemon to kickstart his liver. His breakfast became a protein-rich meal with a handful of berries, low in fructose, and a side of scrambled eggs for choline. He made a conscious effort to eliminate all sugary drinks and processed snacks, replacing them with water, herbal teas, or sparkling water with a slice of lime. For lunch and dinner, he focused on lean proteins, abundant leafy greens like spinach for betaine, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli for glutathione support, lightly drizzled with extra virgin olive oil. He also incorporated a small handful of nuts like almonds for healthy fats and vitamin E, which supports liver health. That was it. No extremes, just small, deliberate choices. Within weeks, Frank said he had more sustained energy throughout the day, his mind felt sharper, and he even noticed his clothes fitting better. His follow-up lab tests showed significant improvement in his liver enzymes, and he felt a sense of control and confidence that had quietly slipped away over the years. He felt like himself again, not a younger version, but a stronger, more grounded version of the man he was. The truth is, you don't need a dozen pills or complicated routines. What you need is a steady rhythm, the right nutritional choices, and a mindset that says, "I'm still in control of my health." Because you are. Now, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final message, something every man over 60 needs to hear, but rarely does. If you've ever wondered whether it's too late to feel strong, vital, and fully alive again, the answer might surprise you. Let's talk about that. Conclusion. It's not too late to reclaim your liver health and your life. If you've made it this far, I want to take a moment to speak to you not as a doctor, but as a man who spent over 30 years sitting across from men just like you. Men who've lived full lives, men who've worked hard, raised families, built legacies, men who now find themselves asking, why doesn't my body feel like it used to? That question is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you're still fighting, still searching for the strength, energy, and vitality that make life feel meaningful. And that's something I deeply respect. We've talked about the silent threat of fatty liver, fueled by hidden sugars. We've explored the power of choline, inositol, and betaine to help your liver process fats efficiently, and the crucial role of glutathione as your liver's master protector. But the real power doesn't come from just knowing their names. It comes from building these insights into your life. The truth is, these dietary and lifestyle changes don't just support your liver, they support your entire identity, your energy, your mental clarity, your confidence, your ability to wake up feeling like yourself again. I've seen it happen too many times to doubt it, and I've watched men who were convinced their best years were behind them discover a second wind that changed everything. So, what now? That's up to you. You can take what you've heard today and let it sit on a shelf, or you can act on it. You can choose to give your body what it's been quietly asking for. You can make those conscious food choices, incorporate the vital nutrients, and say yes to your health and to your future. Because here's what I know without question. It is not too late, not even close. You still have time to feel stronger. You still have time to regain your energy and vitality, and you still have time to be the man you know you are. Fully, boldly, and without apology. You've already taken the first step by showing up here. Now it's time to take the next one. If this video spoke to you, helped you, or gave you something to think about, don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and hit that like button so we know this content is making a difference. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone you care about who needs to hear this message. And if you've got a moment, leave a comment below. Let me know what you resonated with the most, or tell me what topic you want me to cover next. Your voice helps shape this space. If you'd like to support the SeniCure channel and help us keep creating content for men over 60, consider making a small donation. Every bit goes toward better research, production, and reaching more men who need this. You're not just watching, you're becoming part of a movement, and I'm honored to have you here. Now, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.